Hi everyone, this is OG Star Wars and I'm happy to be here with you today and welcome to my channel. And I just want to review some novel covers that came out with the Essential Legends. And as always, I always recommend to purchase without the Legends label. Thriftbook.com is one source that you can go to find these novels, pre-Disney novels without the Legends label. And as always, I say don't support even these reimagined covers as well, because that is giving the mouse the money and supporting any type of changes that they feel fit. So let's go ahead and take a look at these covers here. So we're going to compare and contrast. That's what I like to do. And so to your left, you have the Old Republic Revan original cover. And of course, Drew Carpathian is the one that had contributed to writing the novel and the storyline here. And so we have that with Revan in the background here. And then versus the reimagined Essential Legends collection cover. And so in there you have him in battle with Nyris, who is basically one of the original Siths. And, you know, you could tell she's red. I didn't really recognize her from the beginning. I had to find out again who she was. I've read this. I know who Nyris is, but I didn't know her or recognized her on this cover here. And I do have an image of her that is shared right there in between of her. And we do know that Sith has those little tentacle type appendages around their head or on their head and what have you. And then she has like chiseled features for, you know, around on her face versus what you see here on the reimagined cover here. And when you look at Revan cover versus Revan from the reimagined, his form or his body shape, his anatomy, and how his mask looks, it's not appealing. He looks very skinny here. His armor he's wearing, as well as his mask, looks doesn't look proportionate to me. It really doesn't fit the picture for me here. It looks off. And with the classic like glass shatter here in the diamond, I guess you can say, around them, and the lightning that's striking around them from her force lightning and stuff. Yeah, it has a little action there. However, I much prefer, and this is not being a bias, I really just much prefer the original cover here than the one that is on the Essential Legends, because I think it's not done well. So let me know in the comments below what you think about that, if you like it or not. However, like I always say, support pre-Disney print of our classic EU. And I would say that, especially with this right here, get your Revan novel without the Legends label if you can find it, which you still can. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next one here. Now, these are supposed to be coming out in November, I believe. And here we go. So we have Deceived here. And so we have the Deceived, the original pre-Disney cover with Malgus. And then we have the one Deceived with the Essential Legends, which has Malgus, and I'm believing that's Venzalo there. And they are dueling as well, kind of similar to Revan's cover. And I think to me it's too shallow, too monotone, or too like singular, one tone of, not one tone of blue, but you know, with the value of blues here, I really am not digging it versus the one that is original without the legends pre-Disney. And you have the landscape in the back. You have Malgus. He looks threatening. You look at it and you feel like you want to open up the cover and see what's going to happen, what had happened in the background here. And yeah, the one that is reimagined, yeah, there's action going on and everything, but it just doesn't pull me in. It doesn't lure me in with Malgus staring right at you on the original cover. That does. It's like, I want to read. I wonder what he's thinking. I wonder what happened. I have read the book though, but I wonder what happened. You know, his glare is drawing you in. He looks threatening here. Whereas in his body, his anatomy from the original to The reimagined is also kind of off to me. He looks too thin, and Malgus is a very stout man, and he looks very thin here in this. He doesn't look like and it could be the angle of their duel on the Essential Legends cover, but he just doesn't look like he's menacing or towering over um, Zello. And so again, I will go with original always, not only because, I think for what I said, that I think he looks threatening, but also because there's no Legends label on there. And another thing I've noticed, that with the Old Republic now being brought out as Essential Legends, there is a rumor for the Acolyte movie or whatever that's going to be, series. I don't know. Remember, correct me or let me know in the comments below what it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be movie, but you never know with Disney. They always change their mind and they always stop projects. That, Malgus, Bane, Revan, and I forgot who else, but they're supposed to be rumored to be an acolyte. An acolyte basically is a High Republic era timeline. So they're going to be very um, out of the timeline. And of course, they're not going to really fit inside the story. They're only going to be a name only. So what I'm pointing out here is because the rumors of them possibly being acolytes, if that ever comes out, is another reason why they're making them as Essential Legends collections. And if you notice with that, all these novels coming out some way, shape, or form with this Essential Legends collection label, there has to be some kind of storyline or a character being pulled from there, or a storyline or something being pulled from there. From what I notice, it's going to be used somehow, way, shape, or form. So they not only want you to watch their reimagined stuff, they want you to go ahead and purchase the EU stuff. And with that, I say purchase non-Legends labeled EU books. So let's go to the next one. This one's such a big deal. This is a big deal as well. This other one is I have more to say about it, basically. So let's take a look here. So this basically is the X-Wing series. And again, they are renaming the series to Rogue Squadron series, which is not what the series is. Of course, it's a Star Wars product. It has X-Wing, and the book is the Back to War. Whereas when you look at the Essential Legends, it says the Back to War book 4 of the Rogue Squadron series. So they're not only giving us new cover, they are also renaming the series from X-Wing series to the Rogue Squadron series. Now, I don't support that whatsoever. And I feel that if you really care about what came before, that this should be a big deal as well. That maybe you shouldn't support this. If you do, then I don't know what to say. They want to create even the past Star Wars in their own image, and this is what is happening. The reimagined covers is exactly that. And the reason why that they're coming out as Essential Legends collection is because of the rumored. We don't know which way they're going with it yet. Rogue Squadron, movie coming out. And so that's another reason why they're coming out with the Essential Legends collections as well. Now, looking at the cover of these, the X-Wing Back to War, book 4 of the X-Wing series, you could see a battle going on. You could see what's going on there. And I believe that's Luxakia. I believe I said that right. Hopefully I did. But anyways, and there's a battle going on over Tythera, I believe that's the name of the planet. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's, of course, about the back to supply, blah blah blah. I'm not going to get too involved in the story frame there, but when you look at that cover, you see action. You see the X-Wing. You see the Star Destroyer. There's a battle going on. You're like, okay, let's see what this is about. We have Star Destroyers in the background as well as X-Wings. You have an explosion going on. You can see the fire in the corner, another explosion going on in the corner there. A lot of action. This book, the X-Wing series, is about action. It's about the space battles. That's what you want to see. You feast with your eyes first before you go in and read, right? And then when you look at the Essential Legends cover here, you have the Imperial Troop mask, of course, and then you have the emblem in it for the Empire, and you have the TIE fighters there. To me, that doesn't tell me anything about what's going on. It's called the Back to War, but then you have this Imperial helmet with X-Wings. I want to, that doesn't draw me in, and it's very plain. It looks sterile. It doesn't look threatening. It doesn't pull me in. It doesn't show me any indication of like any kind of war or what's going on. It's very, very sterile. And I think that's modern day today is like everything has to be sterile. Everything has to be clean. And there's no feasting with the eyes. There's no like, oh, I'm curious to see what's going on. This does not draw my curiosity in. I'm just like, okay, there's a troop helmet. There's a, pilot helmet basically. And then you have these white little silhouettes of X-Wings, but still you don't know what's going on. It's not appealing. It doesn't catch the eye. It doesn't catch the curiosity. But then go look at the X-Wing, the Back to War original cover, and you have a lot of action going on. You see the explosions going all over the place. You see the X-Wings, you see the Star Destroyers. You're like, okay, so this is called the Back to War Book 4. Okay, so I want to see what's going on here. I want to read what's leading up to this battle, this point right here. And so you but you feast with the eyes. And so that's my whole point here. And again, renaming a series. So what's going to happen when they get to the Wraith Squadron? So is it going to be the same way? Are they going to split this up into two different series? Which the Wraith Squadron is a part of the X-Wing series. It's like a part two, I guess you can say, if you want to call it that. But it's about a new squadron being formed that goes into spy and espionage, and it goes beyond what the Rogue Squadron does in a sense. And it's a group of ragtag pilots, just to say in short. And very exciting to read through the whole series. But the whole series is called X-Wing series because it's about the X-Wings. It's about that group. It's about Wedge, and Wedge then forming the Wraith Squadron as well. And then, of course, you have all the other characters that are important in the series, not just Wedge, but he's the one who's responsible for both. Luke turned over the Rogue Squadron to Wedge. He basically stepped away. And then from there, Wedge created the Wraith Squadron as well. So what do you guys think about these reimagined covers? And what do you think about the renaming of the series X-Wings to Rogue Squadron? Are you okay with this? Is it okay? Let me know in the comments below. I don't think it is. You guys already know my opinion about this. And again, this is a compare and contrast. I rather have the non-legend label books and keep true to the story. And another point I want to make before we end here is when you look inside the Essential Legends collection, you will find that there's no more acknowledgement page. If you open up an original novel, pre-Disney basically, to be specific on that, you will have an acknowledgement page that not only acknowledges Lucas licensing, like Sue Rustoni and Lee and whoever else was involved with them creating this book to make sure it aligns with continuity. It'll also thank George in any way, shape, or form. It usually does, whether he's very much directly involved or just inspired them. So that page is taken out of the reprint of the Essential Legends collection, which I think is very dishonest. And so I just wanted to share that with you. I've done my research. I went in there, looked it up. I will go back and look again to confirm to see if these newer ones, once they're out, if the acknowledgement pages are taken out. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below, whether you like them or not. maybe do a little compare and contrast back with me and tell me a little bit more of what you think, you know, with the old versus this reimagined quote unquote new. And again, thank you so much for watching, and may the force be with you.